Hey guys, welcome to our May compilation video. You might need to crank your volume a little bit. It's really early in the morning here. I'm recording this video after I got home from work, and I'm trying not to wake the whole house up. So, if you are new to our channel, welcome. We do a video at the beginning of every month that is a compilation of all of the expected kit releases for the month, this case, May of 2017. That way that all of the information we normally throw you on our weekly video, which of course the weekly video series is a little bit out of whack right now with trips out of town and work and everything else. Hopefully we'll get that back on schedule here shortly. Uh, this condenses it all into one place so you don't have to chase it around through multiple videos. So there's a little bit of stuff on the domestic side of things, and there's quite a bit of stuff on the Japanese side of things. So we'll just jump right on into it here. On the domestic side of things, right now, there's only a couple of things, mainly because Round 2 has not updated their release list for the month of May as of yet. It's already the first weekend of May. It'll probably come out Monday now that I'm making the video, but I'm not going to wait on them any longer. So Revell has one automotive release for the month of May, and that is going to be the new 1956 Ford FD100 pickup truck with the Foose design. This is a brand new toolkit. This just came up again this morning, actually, of it being just a set of tires and stuff in the old 56 Revell kit from the 1960s. It is not that. It is a brand new toolkit. It could be 78 pieces. We've shown you the pictures of it in the third quarter domestic release video that we did last week. And so that is, like I said, Revell's only release for the month. Mobius should, in theory, get out their 1952 Hudson Hornet. That is the basic same tooling as the 53 Hudson Hornet, except this is the 52 with the 52 trim and the 52 specific coupe interior. Well, we talked about this again in the last video, where the 52 convertible interior is not the same as the coupe. So technically speaking, if you were to take the parts from the 52 and throw them into the 53, like a lot of people were debating or did, technically your interior was not correct. Basically, there's really only new parts that are going to be in that kit is the 52 specific interior. It's also going to carry the wire wheels that the 54 Hudsons had come with. They also carry the regular hubcaps that the original 53 and 52 convertible had. But those are not new pieces. They're just new to being in that kit. Like I said, the interior is the new piece there. And then, like I said, we'll figure out round 2 when we cross that bridge. Based on their own internal videos that they do. The one May release that they have planned is the reissue of the Matchbox Lesney era AMT Datsun 280Z. It's another one of those Matchbox Lesney tools that were supposedly, destroyed on a dock in Baltimore or something like that. Clearly, they have them. Where's the Subaru Brat? Cough, cough. But, like I said, we'll let you know if there's more than that or if that ever does show up when it does. Jumping overseas into Japan, Fujimi has a few things coming out this month, and they are a couple of kits attached to that Yokushu Megadoc anime series, or technically it's a manga series, and they are a reissue of their Toyota AW11 MR2. That's the mid-1980s MR2. As well as another reissue of the Toyota Celica XX. This one's called the red version. This is going to be molded in red, and this is actually the hero's car from a later version of this. I believe it was actually a TV show at that point. The white one that came out earlier this year was the one from the original Magnus series. Same kit, just molded in red. I will still avoid it, as much as possible, just because it's not that great a kit and it's motorized and everything else. But if you're into the comic, or the comic strip, let's face it, or they call it graphic novel here in the United States, then you want to grab it. But if not, it's not the best Celica kit out there. Hasegawa going to reissue. This was big news when it was announced, and it's finally coming around now. And that is their JTCC, that would be the Japanese Touring Car Championship, Civic, the Fario Civic. This is the four-door version of the Civic race car with the Jax livery. This will have the suspension components that were modified from the EG6 three-door Civic race car added to this kit to give it the proper race stance and stop making it look like a street car with some decals on it. But beyond that, it's a reissue of the four-door race car from before. They're going to reissue their 1993 Subaru Impreza World Rally Championship. This will be for the 1993 Royal Auto Club, the RAC Rally over in the UK. Reissue of the Niseki Trust 962C Porsche. That's going to be a Japanese prototype sports series livery. Reissue of the 1977 Monte Carlo Rally Lancia Stratos HF, and a reissue of the Nissan Fairlady 240 ZG, which is still arguably the best proportioned Nissan Fairlady 240. However, it is the curbside version of it. And then we go over to Aoshima, which has quite a plethora of things that are going to be coming out here in May. Up on top of this are some reissues of things that have sold out, and they are the Brian James trailer, the Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce, and the Mitsubishi Delica Star Wagon, as well as the 14-inch wheels in the Hayashi and Longchamp XR4 formats, and the 18-inch wheels in the Volk Racing TE37s and the Work of Motion CRs. Also going to reissue the option wheel 2016 Toyota GT86 or 86 GT. That is the 86 kit that comes with the Work of Motions. On the actual reissue side of things here, they're going to be reissuing the A6 Truno from the Initial D Volume 1. This is the baseline Truno from the comic book series, from the original one. So this is going to be a completely factory stock A6. It does have the engine insert in it, but it doesn't have all of the race parts and custom engine parts and roll cages and all that stuff that come in the Project D and the Volume 37 kit. They're going to reissue their 2012 Subaru BRZ, and this will be a pre-painted kit in blue mica. Reissue of their 2014 Nissan GTR kit, and this is going to be pre-painted in dark gray metallic. And a reissue of the 2012 Crown Athlete, and that's going to be pre-painted in black. We've talked about a number of times before, Aoshima pre-paints are pre-painted the entire way through, so the entire kit is pre-painted. You just have to basically assemble it and touch up the paint from the sprue attachment points. But it's not like the Revell pre-paints where only the body was painted. They paint the whole shebang for you. In May, we're going to get a reissue of several of the original Grand Champion Series kits. This again, especially in Japan, where the kits haven't been out for about 10 years, caused a little bit of a stir because it wasn't not necessarily something that was expected. These are the first 4 kits in the series, literally kit 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're looking at a chart of the original Grand Champion kits, and they are the Ken and Mary Skyline 2-door, the Toyota Mark II GX41 body series, the Nissan Cedric 330, and their version of the Toyota Celica XX, which is slightly better proportioned. However, it is still a generic motorized kit. The Grand Champions kits, for people who have not seen them before, are more or less factory stock kits. They have some aero package things. It's a very visual type of modification, much like the Liberty Walk kits, not in the sense of over fenders and things like that, but it's the same sort of principle where it was all about the look of the car rather than necessarily improving performance or anything else like that. And then we move on to the kits that were announced at the for Shizuoka Hobby Show. So these are all going to be sort of like new reissues, as it were. The one new, semi-new, I guess I should say, is probably like half, 65% new kit, will be the Lamborghini Diablo GTR, the race version of the Diablo GT. They made a whole 20 of the race cars. They did a single series or a single make race series. It'd be interesting to see how Aoshima releases this kit. All of the various pictures we've seen of the built kit is just painted like orange, and it doesn't have a livery attached to it. Be interested to see if they do something like they did with the Murcielago RSV, where they released a presentation version and then went back and did a couple of versions with liveries, or if they're just going to release the kit in its race format, just blank. I don't know if the orange car was a presentation version of the car or not, and then let the aftermarket take care of it or what. You know, it's kind of a Italian only race series because it only, you know, it's a single make series, so it wasn't like there was anything else in it other than Diablo GTRs. Um, Reissue in the model car boxings for the month will be the 2015 Toyota Crown Athlete. Now this will again have a few new parts added to it because it'll have a new front fascia, which includes the new grills, the new fog lights, the new headlights, new tail lights, and a few other little bits and pieces. This is an updated kit similar to the way the 2015 Toyota Crown Royal Saloon was done at the end of last year. And then they're going to package the 79 Nissan Cedric and the 79 Nissan Gloria 430 kits into one kit. Most of the parts were in the original kits. There were two separates, but they're going to package everything into one. They're going to reissue the 1979 Toyota Corolla in its GT and its DX boxing. Again, these were two separate kits that they had sort of updated the original Celica tooling from the early 1980s. Reissue of the 1970 Nissan Skyline 2000 GT, which is a kind of kit where it's a generic chassis and it's not exactly the best proportioned. Obviously, the Tamiya one with the engine and everything else would be the best option there. In the model car series, or the two model car series, cats are running around crazy. They're going to reissue their 1997 Toyota Celsior in the Auto Couture tuner series, the top secret S15 Silvia, the 99 Toyota Hiace and the Asmaz thing, which is a VIP van, and the BN Sports JZX 100 Mark II Tourer 5. And this is, I'm not necessarily sure if it's exactly a D1 Grand Prix kit, but it's of that flavor. And then wheel sets for the month of May in 20-inch. You have Traffic Star RTS, Traffic Star RTM, Lionheart WAF, and Glassenhart Dissix Evo. If you're into VIP wheels, you know what those are. And then the 14-inch wheel set, these again with the big bulbous gumball tires, like the last couple sets of 14-inch wheel reissues. The Focus Racing, the Bilbo, the 8-spoke, which are sort of a deep dish Watanabe, and the Racing Heart. So that, guys, covers that. So we have, once again, spent your money for another month. And we'll be back with the next video, whatever that may be, as I get things taped and accomplished here. And we'll see you guys on the other side.